Welcome to Dead Man Talking. Tonight's story is from a brand new author and exclusive to the DMT TeamFEAR channel. As ever, please do let us know what you thought down below in the comments box. Please do like and share. Well, it really does help both the channel and our community further. And why not hashtag TeamFEAR and DMT's Cryptid crew. And so, with that aside, let's get into tonight's story. And title: Ghost Battalion Professional. Let's get straight into that. Okay, I want to start by clarifying in no way will I be specifying the outfit that I was with, nor the location of operations I'll be speaking about. I'll tell you this. I was a scout sniper with the U.S.M.C for 9 years. I worked my way up to running Overwatch and Dark Ops, some mixed bag spec ops shit, and some C.S.A.R, combat search and rescue operations. I've been there, done that, and killed the men from the country it all happened in. All the countless hours of drilling, training, wage training, sparring, range time, and active combat operations, offshore assaults, reconnaissance missions, and specialist schools, or in my case, SOIE, made myself and the other riflemen specialists and support gunners in my platoon. Harder than coffin nails, and as close to an unfuckable as human beings can get. We fear nothing. No man, no situation. We're cool as ice in a firefight because you have to be. Being calm in a firefight doesn't get you a victory. More men sending more projectiles downrange is what wins you a firefight. Bravery, valor, and dedication to other people on your squad is what gets everyone out if you're in too deep. These are going to be stories about the times I was scared, because it wasn't men we were facing down. It wasn't men that were leaving the remains of people we saw in those caves. And to this day, I can't tell you exactly what we encountered out there that first night. I engaged something a 308 AP round wouldn't put down. I think that's what bothers me the most. Story 1. Fuck you, Henderson, you ugly piece of shit. I said after being woke up by a crushed water bottle to the face. We're 3 minutes out, Corporal. Tuck your laces and game those faces, ladies. Get ready to fall in on me. Hand signals only. I want overwatch on thermal optics. That's you, Sleeping Beauty. Support gunners, check the charge on the MVGs. AM PSQ-20, enhanced night vision goggle. Sledge. What? I answered. Make sure your squatter doesn't space his SPMVG this time, or I'll shit in his pillow every night for the remainder of this deployment. You read me? Hoorah! Harper and I yelled at the same time just to get his goat. A Sarge was a dick, a reckless dick at that. He fucking hated getting answered with a hoorah, quite simply because he couldn't stand the traditional jarhead war cry. He thought it should have been something else, but he was too stupid or unimaginative to come up with something besides. How about fuck 'em all? And to that I said, isn't that already what you say at family reunion, Sarge? He fake laughed. He couldn't do much of anything else. I may have only been a lance corporal at the time, but him and I both knew I stumped the fucking life out of him inside of 15 seconds. I was better behind a rifle. The men respected me more, and I was much better behind my fists. Sarge knew it because we got into it on the R&R one night, and we had to answer to the base commander about why 6 guys on night watch saw me kick the shit out of my sergeant, and why that sergeant punched me in the first place. And we both just made him believe it was a stupid misunderstanding to avoid court-martial. We shook hands and got on with our lives. And that was 3 months ago by the time this op came down the chain, and he was starting to get lippy again, like he needed a reminder. Now before I go on, those of you presently enlisted men and women thinking, we only used thermal. Well, this was 2007, so the thermal optic on my M40A6 was the only thermal imagery we had equipped at the time. The AMPAS-13 or TWS thermal weapon sight was a half-worthless infrared paperweight compared to what marksmen have in their NOC loadouts these days. But hey, it was much better than nothing, and it gave me a leg up on the enemy, which was walking into what the door, kicking ground dwellers, almost walked into sometimes. It was a necessity. Can't tell you how many times Sarge called for formation split with hand signals and neglected to inform me. And so, when I gain a visual, the squad is 4-shot. I start shitting my pants until we get a 20 on the rest of the guys. 2 seconds before I notice a target at the 9 o'clock high hanging out a window with an AK. I take the shot without saying anything. We're supposed to wait until we take fire to engage, but fuck that shit. If I can get the jump on a target that has a bead on one of my brother's brainstem, I'm going to send that shot every time. After the final comms check, the NPC's air brakes hissed as it slid to a stop, red lighting making everything look like it was covered in blood. The door squealed open and, "Dismount, men. First out, stand by, and seal her up after the last out hit the dirt. Last out, cover your doorman while he gets the lid on, and then fall into formation. We regroup on these coordinates. That's where we take our leave of our handsome sniper. Make sure you all look him in the eye and give him a nod before he goes quiet. Lord knows he's the only reason most of us are alive." Sarge had never said anything that nice before, especially about me. What the fuck was going on? After the little regroup, right before Harper and I clock in, Sarge grasped my shoulder, looked me in the eye, and gave me a one-side of his mouth smile, and then patted my shoulder twice. Even Harper said, "The fuck was that about?" As we struck out for our predetermined, elevated position, I didn't say shit. It was almost time to kill motherfuckers, and I had to crawl inside myself and flip my switch. And we made our nest. I got into prone and started my breathing ritual. Gotta get the heart rate slowed way down if you're gonna be deadly running knock optics on an overwatch assignment, 4 to 750 meters out. Harper laid my blend over me, and then got on the rangefinder and started feeding me landmarks and the range thereof by tapping Morse on my thigh. And not all gunnies do this, but it's an extra measure I always took to stay invisible. About 26 minutes later, we had an accurate mental picture of the settlement below. I pulled my notebook off my rifle to double-check my DOPE, data on previous engagements. I pulled my blend tarp over my head, clicked the red light, and then I started smelling ozone. And just like that, before I even had my blend off, Harper was tapping. "I'm not feeling good about this. Something just changed in the air. Something's wrong." I didn't say anything. I knew he was right, and I just didn't want him getting all worked up. I told him very quietly, "We're going to leave everything but weapons and enough mags down here as if we were still here and fall back to that rock overhang back there. We're going to set up on top of it so nobody can cornhole us. This is a good nest, but better safe than sorry. On my ass, Private. Hop to it." We made our way up to the natural rock overhang and set up on top of it. It wasn't any further away, it was just 100 feet or so to our left. And so, as I get my optic power back up and start grid scanning, I see movement. But not any movement I can accurately distinguish or classify. It was abnormal. It looked like static shadows were getting just sucked back into what was casting them, yet the moon wasn't able to change position fast enough for that to occur. We heard crackling over comms and Sarge said, "Hatchet to longbow. You got a copy? Over." And Sarge whispered, "I read you, Hatchet. Go for arrow. Over." I said, waving Harper off the rover, "Something ain't right down here, Sledge. It's a fucking ghost town. Recon reported at least 300 residents 16 hours ago, but this place is absent of any kind of life. It's totally deserted." I'm not using numerical code like we were because I don't want to translate everything. "Copy that. Sarge, I think we should fall back. Something ain't right here. I'm seeing things I can't even explain from up here. Recommend falling back to my position. Over." Static. I wrote to Hatchet, "Come on back. Over." Static. God damn it. "Sarge, do you read me over?" Then I hear the soft click of ground team's comms go hot. All I can hear sounds almost like someone dragging their feet walking down a dirt road. Then it hits me. No, that's something being dragged through the dirt. I get my long gun squared away, lock and load my M27, and go sprinting down the mountainside to get my squads back. when all of a sudden I'm hit with the most visceral, absolutely indescribable dread you could imagine. And as I am running up to this village, the shadows I had watched disappear started to leak out. Very, very quickly. No shapes or forms. The shadows just grew towards us like demons' fingers reaching out for our souls. And as the shadows stretched out to us, the noise started steadily gaining in volume. A noise. A scream. Many screams. Screams I had heard before, and by the time they got loud enough to be audible, I stopped dead in my tracks. The screams got so loud I almost had to cover my ears, and then just stopped. Sledge! Sledge! Wake up, come on, Marine! Harper was shaking and slapping me in the face when I came to. It was still in the middle of the night, and I slurred. What happened? What's going on? Get the fuck up and run, Sledge! They're all gone! We gotta go now! I got to my feet and pushed Harper ahead of me and told him I'm on his ass. The next thing I remember is debriefing. Being told that there was an ambush and nobody made it out but us. I know nobody ever discovered a trace of my squad, just like the residents of that village. Harper and I tried to take a Humvee out there on an R&R one weekend, but the road had been totally diverted and deep ditches dug on the shoulders, so nothing but a fucking tank could stray from the road. I just circled around and ended up intersecting itself 5 miles west of our dismount location. And nobody ever heard, saw, of any of the ground team guys from that night. Harper and I signed NDAs and got early furlough. I'm sorry, I can't be more descriptive about whatever took those people. I'm sorry, I don't know more, but I refuse to embellish. I won't lie about how American soldiers met their end. I hope you enjoyed this. What is the first story I'll be unfolding from my memory of hopefully 5, maybe 6 more unexplainable experiences I've lived through. Thanks for listening. Regards, Broc Sledge. Wow. Certainly another one. Wow. Every now and then, guys, over the 5 odd years I've been doing this, an email lands in my account that just stands out. And I'm pretty sure that this is ticking all the boxes for most of you guys out there. Big thank you, Broc, for getting in touch. Absolutely bated breath, waiting for the next update. And of course, a huge thank you for your service and sharing this absolutely traumatic time in your life and service with us. I hope I've done justice with all of the code words and look forward to your updates. Well, guys and girls as ever, you know the drill. Please do let us know what you thought down below in the comments box. Please do like and share. Well, it really does help both the channel and our community further. And why not hashtag TeamFEAR and DMT's Cryptid Crew. Now, if you have a similar experience or think you can pen something just as fast-paced, nail-biting, and action-packed, then please do get in touch with me at the contact email, which is as on screen. contactthedeadone@gmail.com. I really look forward to hearing from you. Well, I hope you're all well and happy this weekend. And looking forward to a brand new week of ups and downs and smiles and frowns. Whatever it is that you do, I hope you're giving it your all and are enjoying it. But above all, guys, remember, be safe, not sorry. That was 3 months ago by the time this up came down the chain, and he was starting to get ill. Well, this was 2007, so the thermal optic on my M40. Well, this was 27. Well, this was 2007, so the thermal optic on my M48. Fuck you, fam. Well, that was so out of character. After the little little after little. And I'm pretty sure that this is ticking all the boxes.